And Killian Durant, what's going on, man?
Not much, man.
You've been playing Counter Strike?
Oh yeah. I've been playing a lot of Counter Strike, trying to find a new hobby that I enjoy, and it's something I enjoy, even though I do get very mad sometimes.
Yeah, dude, grinding in video games is like it's infuriating, but it's so rewarding. Like
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I crushed Far Cry 4 in like I played it twice in like a week, and in the last week I've played Far Cry 5. Like I hate it, but like there's something fun about grinding and saving up for like the 50 cal sniper or something, or like like the silenced Desert Eagle, or like the heat seeking rocket launcher. And you gotta just save up. And you gotta kill like 200 wolves or some shit and sell the pelts. And it's stupid as shit, but god damn it if there's not something just like working towards the thing. And then it always kind of sucks once you get it. you know you know you can never have it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Though do you ever get that? Yeah, you can't.
Well,
Yeah,
on Counter Strike, it's more about dominance. It's more about asserting your dominance to the enemy.
fuck yeah.
But yeah, I do understand it because they have a skin system on the game, and a lot of the skins are worth a lot of money.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
once you get the skins, you're kind of like, how is this worth $300?
Yeah, it's that's the thing, man. Is like I've been trying to figure out, like, do I enjoy the game or do I enjoy the grind? Because like when you're grinding, you're like, fuck this, I just want to get the thing. And then you get it and you're like, oh, this sucks. Like time to restart the game. And then you restart it and you don't have any weapons and you're like, fuck yeah, now I'm gonna grind. It's some weird thing where like you want to get the thing so badly, but then once you get the thing, you kind of feel hollow.
I think it's like the pursuit of the goal,
Yeah.
Like when you pursue something in real life, it's the journey that's the happiness. It's not the ending, right?
Yeah.
I think it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the grind.
Yeah.
And
That's one thing I think about is like this podcast has in many ways been like the grind. Because it's like, it's like the grind isn't a game that you beat in a sitting, right? The grind is like you put like 250 hours into it, right, over the course of a month. And you're trying to get the whatever, the armor piercing bullets, the fighter jet, the digital camo skin, whatever. And that's what this has been like. It's been almost 6 months. And it's like the grind has been like, try to get one more subscriber. Okay, got it. Try to get one more. Okay, try to get a little more views. All right, And part of me is so convinced that like I will be happy once I get it to like, 1 million subscribers. And just enough to get fucking ad money. Just enough to pay for an apartment, because that would be, I can just podcast for a living. I don't want a Lamborghini. I don't want a penthouse. If I could just like not have to go to work and just talk to people, that would be awesome. But after playing so many video games, now I'm not sure. Like, what if I grind and I finally get it? And then I'm just like, this sucks. like this fucking sucks. What do I do then? Like, that's the scary part, because what do I do then? Then what do I have? Because this has been the big thing, right? Ugh. Yeah, man.
hey, man, I think in your case, I think it's important to remember, you never settle until you find that thing. And, whatever that thing is for you, specifically, you never settle.
Yeah.
I think that's an important thing to follow by, not just goals and things, but also, your lover or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, dude, that's what Steve Jobs said about finding what you love in life. He said it's much like finding a lover. Don't settle. He's like, if your heart's not there, keep looking, and you'll know when you find it. You don't have to, like, you won't know beforehand. It's not like you can say, oh, my perfect woman is X, Y, and Z. She looks like this. She has this sense of humor. I mean, you can, but the reality is once you do meet the right person, chances are it's not someone you could have predicted at all. And you're like, oh. But yeah, it's like, you know, it's like when you're watching porn and you find the right video and you're like, there it is. I didn't know what I wanted, but I just found it. You know, that's what it is. And yeah, man, I think about medical school a lot, and I'm like, did I just enjoy the grind getting in? Like, got to get my GPA higher. Because I know I didn't enjoy it. I know I did. I can look back through like rose tinted glasses and be like, oh yeah, I was so happy grinding towards a goal. But I know that's not true because I kept a journal in college. And I can go back and look at the journal and I'm like, fuck this. I hate my life. I can't wait till I get into medical school. Then I'll be happy. So now I look back and I'm like, wait, so I wasn't even happy then. But then once I got in, I was convinced that I was happy then, not when I got in. So now the fear is slowly dawning on me that can there never be satisfaction? Is it just always, I'll be happy when I get it, and then once you get it, it's I was happy when I was grinding?
Hey man, I think Jordan Peterson said something. You know, it's the pursuit of the goal that's important. It's not the ending. You know, it's never about the ending, and I think that's just an important thing to think about. You know,
yeah,
like it's the goals. You know, that's why we set goals. You know, it creates order in your life, and I think that's
yeah.
You know, like I've been pursuing medical school, and you know, I try to avoid that thought of, oh, I'll be so happy once I get in, you know, because I know that's not the ending. And, you know, I've had trouble with myself in the past. You know, once I do reach my goal, you know, I kind of just fall apart because I go, great.
What do I do? Next? I got the thing. Dude, when I got in, man, when I got in and I decided not to go, you know, I always look at the turning point of like when I lost my brother to suicide. But the reality is there was like 6 months before that is when I got in. So I can't even blame it all on that. Like, once I got in, like you said, man, I fell apart. I stopped working out. I just started boozing and smoking. I was like, I did the thing. I got it. And then it was like, yeah, man, I just fell apart. And admittedly, my life has been better than it's been probably since I lost my brother in 2014, ever since this past December, when I started a podcast and I set a new goal. My life has been immeasurably better in the last 6 months. Grinding every day, finding guests, gotta upload it, gotta edit it, I'm working out, I'm sleeping well, I'm dieting, I'm reading audiobooks because I gotta be well read, I gotta be able to hold a conversation, I gotta be well rested because I can't be cranky, gotta exercise beforehand because I gotta have my brain popping, gotta meditate so I'm calm, cool, and collected. What happens when I reach it? What if I wake up tomorrow and there's 20 million subscribers and like I don't have to upload videos? Shit, man, I'll probably get a text from you, be like, I'm in rehab, you know, Duran, come get me. It was terrible. You know, it's like, what do all the writers do? Remember like J.K. Rowling and Stephen, what do they do, man? They go under different pen names because it's all about getting the successful book again, but not resting on their, who knows, man? Who fucking knows?
I don't know, man. I think it's just important to, you know, find whatever it is you love and pursue it.
Maybe it's choose a goal that, like, deep down you know you probably can't achieve so that you can just pursue it forever, right?
Yeah.
The eternal, it's like edging. It's the eternal foreplay. Just like, you know, maybe that's what you do, man. Maybe that's the brilliance. Maybe Jeff Bezos said, I'm going to be a trillionaire. And that's why he's still grinding, despite being worth 150 billion. Maybe Elon Musk said, not until I get to Mars. And he knows it's impossible, you know? Maybe that's what you got to do, is be like, you know, I don't know what it'd be. But it'd have to be something that you could kind of lie to yourself to. Because you'd have to think that it's possible. Because if I set my goals like world peace, like I know I can never achieve that. And there's not even like an inkling of like a feeling that maybe I could. It's just like, no, man, this place is fucked. Like I can't save this place. So you got to set something that is like, it's like a girl who's just out of your league. Not like light years out of your league. Like she's dating like a Yankee like, you know, Tommy Boy. I bet she dates one of the Yankees. But like it has to be a girl that's just like just out of your league. Like sometimes she does text back and you're like, is it working? Is it working? Right? But you have to pursue it for what the fuck is it, man? Maybe peace is just death. It's just the release. You don't have to suffer anymore. I don't really know. I don't. There's really no answer to this. I don't know why I'm telling you. It's like it's not like you know. It's not like anyone knows the answer. Isn't that one of like Buddha's Four Noble Truths? Like to end suffering, you must end desire. Because once you don't desire anything, there's no like. Once I get the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, like I said before, you know, once in the past for myself, once I got the thing, I kind of gave up. You know, like in high school, I got a girlfriend, and as soon as I got the girlfriend, I quit powerlifting. I quit.
Yeah.
Quit lifting. I quit being sexy. I quit.
Yeah.
You know, dieting. I quit.
Yeah, you stopped trying to be. It's true, man. Being single for 3 years, man, I'm dieting and working out harder than ever before. Like, practicing good hygiene, like trying to make money because like you want to be the best you. But then you get it. Maybe that is like torture, is getting the thing. Maybe happiness is being able to hold on to that illusion forever. Maybe unhappiness is getting it and then being like, oh fuck, this wasn't it. Maybe that's why like so many musicians die at 27 from an overdose. Because they got to the end of the rainbow and there was nothing. And they were like, fuck. And so maybe that's why Hendrix and Mac Miller, and maybe they were all just like, fuck. And so what? They just turned to artificial and just fucking inject it all. I don't know, man. So speaking of pursuing that, I've actually never watched The Office.
Oh, what the fuck are you doing with your life, man?
Apparently fucking around. So last night I started, dude. Started on episode 1, tore through the first like season and a half, watched an episode before this. That's what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. And yeah, man, there's like a certain fulfillment in that, like, I have like 9 seasons ahead of me and I'm like, you can just like bask in The Office. But the reality is you're going to get to the last episode one day. And then there's that like existential fear, or that like, that like rudderless feeling. I don't know, man. Maybe this is just the human condition. I'm fucking ranting about absolutely nothing. Durant, how have you been, buddy?
I've been good, man. I've been good. I've just been chilling through this COVID bullshit. Yeah, exactly. It's fucking stupid, man. Are you still are you working yet, or?
Well, no, I got a fucking job at a bar I used to work at, and the day I was supposed to work, I went in January, they told me to come in on March 9th. I was like, fuck yeah, I got 2 months, I was ready. The day I did that was the day Maryland went on lockdown.
Oh, shit.
So that was, Jesus Christ, man, that was 2.5 months ago, so no. Gym's still closed.
Maryland is still closed? Is it bad out there?
I don't think so. I don't think so at all, man. It's, yeah, dude, it's wearing on me, man. It's starting to grind on me. It's starting to, maybe there's a silver lining in this. Maybe COVID-19 is the grind. We all can't wait to get back to normal life. What we used to take for granted, it has now been taken from us, and now we're like, you know, it's like you break up with your girlfriend, and then you're like, oh, fuck. You realize how much you like her, but now, like, she doesn't want you back, and you're like, fuck. And it's this thing you had, and you took advantage of. Ugh.
Yeah, man. I mean,
I'm gonna sit back, but just bring my microphone.
Utah. So I'm in Utah right now, and they're actually open. So I believe they opened at the start of May, and I work in retail, and I haven't been able to tell that there's a pandemic going on. I mean, it's just been so busy.
Really?
Yeah. And then they moved my school online, which was kind of fucking stupid. Kind of sucked. Sucked a lot of cock.
Yeah, dude. Fuck that. Dude, I can't imagine fucking being in college and just shit going online.
Yeah,
I know. Like, why the fuck am I in college? I'm not here for the courses. I'm here for the life. Like,
God, I just gave up on it. Honestly, like, I wasn't really trying that hard during the semester, but as soon as that happened, I was like, it was like cutting the rope.
It really was. It's just like, all right, let me go. Pull the plug. You know, I was hanging on by like my fingernails, but now it's just like, just press the button, man. Fucking fire the nukes, dude. I was thinking of this earlier, where I was thinking like, do you ever have this thought where like every 6 months or like every year you'll look back and be like, man, I could not have predicted that my life would take this turn? Or is that just, am I in like a unique situation?
No, I do feel that. And it's kind of been after a big event,
Yeah.
It's always those big events that either make you really sad or angry or, some kind of other negative emotion. And you kind of just go down this vortex of despair. And then out of the blue, you kind of make a decision that completely turns your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I can remember a couple of those times.
Yeah, it is after like a dark or a sad thing. And then one day you just like take a turn. And it's on like a highway or something. I mean, a metaphorical highway. And you just get off on an exit that you never thought you were going to get off at. And it feels great. Right? It's when you finally go get like a haircut or something. Right? Or when you finally decide to like eat healthy after like a month of like, Chick-fil-A or some shit. And you're just like, But I was thinking like, maybe not so much earlier in my life. Because in college, it was kind of exactly what I knew what courses I was taking next. I knew what I was going to be doing. I was studying. Yeah, probably since like I decided not to go to med school, 2014 till now, it's really been like every 6 months I look back and I'm like, I could have never predicted that this would happen. And then I always look forward the next 6 months and I'm like, I think I've got a pretty good idea of what's going to happen. And then those 6 months pass and I'm like, I had no fucking idea that was going to happen. And then I look forward and I'm like, I got a good idea. And it's happened like 10 times now. Yeah, 10 times, 6 months, 6 years. It's happened like 10 times now. And I'm like, and I was just thinking about it today. I was meditating earlier. And I was like, okay, I think I got a good idea of like where the podcast is heading and what I'm doing. And then I was like, if I rewound the clocks to like December 1st, and I could go back and talk to that version of me and be like, okay, so in the next like week, you're going to start a podcast. Okay, wow. You're eventually going to interview the Black Hawk Down guy. Like, what the fuck, really? You're going to have to put your dog down. Oh, man, that sucks. Oh, and there's going to be a global pandemic, and society's going to be shut down for the first time since 1918. But that's what happened. But that's exactly what happened.
The old you might think you're on crack or some shit, man.
Exactly. But that has now happened. And then right now, for the record, May 26, 2020, here we are, episode 102, 271 subscribers. I weigh 199 pounds. I feel like between now and December, the 1 year anniversary of the podcast will be December 12th. I feel like I'll probably double the number of episodes, so I'll be at 204. Hopefully double the number of subscribers, so that'd be 542. I hope by December I can shed off another 10 pounds, so that'd be cool to be like 189. And like that's my idea of what's going to happen. I'm going to look back at this in 6 months, Duran. Let's see how fucking wrong I am. What are your predictions for you? What's going on with you? What do you see coming in the next 6 months? So first state where you are now, and then what do you think? And let's see if this theory really holds true. Just how fucking incorrect we are.
Well, right now I'm about to 250. Last month I was about 265. I project I'll be down to about 220 by the end of the year. Project that my diet game will be gone. Project that my rank on Counter-Strike will increase dramatically. Probably to about DMG.
I don't know what that is.
Distinguished Master Guardian.
Fuck yeah.
I predict that I'll do well this upcoming semester. Do well in the MCAT. And then, yeah, that's about it. But we all know that shit's brewing, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, it's almost like the water's just starting to boil, but you have the lid on, and like you taped it shut, and you're like, I think the water's gonna start boiling, and then I'll add the pasta. But like deep down, you know that's not what's gonna happen. something else is gonna happen. God willing, the gas will cut off and it will stop boiling. Or I might have just created a pressure cooker bomb. Like, I don't know, you know. Yeah, man. How do you feel about the next generation of consoles that are coming out? Hopefully by this Christmas, PS5 and Xbox Series X. Or are you a PC?
I'm a PC guy. Would you? Oh, I would offer to show you my PC, but there's a bunch of candles and cups sitting right in front of it. But, anyways,
I believe you. I believe you that it's there.
3 months ago, I built my my first build for a gaming PC.
Fuck yeah.
You know, those new generation of consoles, they're having, well, essentially, you know, some of the same parts you would put into a PC build.
Yeah.
They're going to be good, you know, they perform a lot better. And that's only because of, like, the competition that's going on. And anyways, that's a completely different conversation. But, yeah, so those new consoles will be beasts, but they won't be able to outperform PC. No way.
Yeah.
No way they can stick what they need to stick in there to outperform a
they might outperform for like a month. But then a new upgrade comes and you can just add something else to your PC, and just like that, your new console is outdated. You know?
Yeah. But I think it'll be nice for, you know, those console players. You know, are you a console player?
Yeah, I have Xbox. I have an Xbox One X on a 4K TV, and I fucking love it. But I'm realizing as more and more time goes on that I'm a fucking normie for not having a PC. Like, if I really enjoy my games, I should be on like a big ass monitor with some fucking supercomputer, some like water cooled machine that has like neon lights or some shit, playing everything on max, looking down at the peasants on their consoles with no mods. That's another thing, man, is whenever I look at shit like GTA and I see mods, and I'm still playing the GTA that came out in 2013, and I'm like, God, I really am a fucking peasant, you know? Like, it's been so long that, you can now get like the SR-70 on Blackbird, or you can be Thanos, or you can fucking do whatever you want. And I'm still playing like the original 2013 game. Like, yeah, I kind of do feel like a bitch. Yeah, but I don't know, man. What do you think's bubbling under the surface with society right now? What are we on the cusp of? Is coronavirus soon just going to be that weird memory? It's going to be like, I don't know, what was like what was like the last kind of like big weird thing in society? Like Hurricane Katrina, like big, weird, and like pretty bad. It's like 9/11, Hurricane Katrina. There was really no backlash. Like we were never affected by any of the tsunamis or the Fukushima plant. That didn't affect us.
Did you remember the swine flu?
Oh yeah, 2000. Okay, yeah, 2009. Yeah, swine flu. But yeah,
That's a good one.
that was a good one. Yeah. What were some other big societal shifts?
Well, I know right now,
I mean,
there's a
Trump,
lot of
2016, Trump winning. I mean, that was
a big one.
pretty fucking bizarre.
And there's a lot of political unrest because of it, but all for stupid reasons. These people hacked elections, so they lost. It's like, no, it's interesting because I'm actually a part of the study that was the only correct study from that election year that predicted who was going to win. It's the University of Southern California. I forget what the thing's even for, but they just ask us like a bunch of random questions, stuff that they want to see how the public thinks, and then they'll pay us like $3 on this prepaid card, and then my fat ass can go get a slushie from 7-Eleven down the street.
Hey man, it doesn't matter. I had slushy. What was it? What was the study? Or it predicted it, right?
Yeah, so it predicted that Donald Trump would win the election. Every other one, I believe, was essentially said the opposite. Mm-hmm. And that kind of goes to show how much political bias there is, even in academics, which is kind of scary. I remember hearing something from Jordan Peterson the other day. He was talking about the amount of communists in the humanities, and I think he said it was either like a fifth of humanities professors are commies. They're dirty fucking commies. I just, the stupidity behind the idea. I mean, do you really want to be moving giant salt rocks out of a mine so some dude can tell you what to do and can give your families some free food? I mean, yeah. I understand that the compassionate side of the argument, but what most people don't understand when it comes to those
it never plays out as well as it's going to. You're right. The heart's in the right place.
It's not compassion. It's a mask of compassion is what it is, and I feel like a lot of people don't understand that. Yeah. And I've kind of been tracking Facebook, and people are kind of taking this very politically. This whole pandemic. And I think that's pretty fucking stupid, to be honest. I mean, yeah, there is a lot to do with, who's in administration or whatever, but come on, guys, people are dying, people need help, and you're sitting there bitching and sniveling about each other, and it's like, dude, get your ass up, go do something for someone else, and then see if you want to go complain.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, it's kind of, this is definitely something where it's like there is not a corner of the world that has been untouched by this, right? Everyone, everywhere, every government of every nation, of every religion, of every race, of every skin color, have been equally fucked in the ass by COVID-19. The idea that it's that guy over there. Unless some motherfucker released it from a lab, I don't think there's really any human intervention on it. What do you think is coming, though? Because it was like 15 days to flatten the curve. But now we're, like 75 days in?
I think that curve has been flattened. I've been reading a lot of news reports about... they have those emergency stations or whatever, or field hospitals, and they don't even see any patients, and then they want taxpayers to pick up the bill.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a father who's, if he were to get COVID, then he would be fucked, and until, I think it's important that we all do our job to protect people, in that kind of situation or whatever. But at the same time, come on, man. What about herd immunity and, this and that and other thing? Because you read of countries that didn't go on shutdown and how well they're doing. whatever. I don't know how true it would be, but it's interesting to see, and, especially with this being an election year. That's the really interesting thing.
Yeah.
Because the economy is going to have a ride.
Yeah. We are really bringing back the 20s, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're bringing back the yeah. It's like that meme. It's like things we're bringing back in the 2020s. It's like the flapper, like the Charleston, like suits and top hats, economic depression. It's like, wait, what? It's like, why are we bringing that one back? But yeah, But I wonder is society now changed forever? Is this going to be a turning point like 9/11, where it's like you now look back and it's like, oh, remember when you could just like walk into the airport? Like that wasn't a thing that went away. It wasn't like 15 days to flatten the 9/11 curve, like, and then we'll loosen up security. No, it's still there, and for good reason. So it cannot happen again. Are there going to be permanent changes? Are masks going to be mandatory permanently for everyone?
Well, I don't think there would be permanent changes like that. I think there would be permanent changes to the economy. I think that, it's going to be permanent changes towards, because, you know how people act, the fear is already in everyone's head. And so, well, that's going to change a lot of ways that they act. So, I think that we're going to see a lot more people be more careful, with washing their hands or whatever, and, making sure they don't cough and sneeze on other people. Because, when you think about before the pandemic, what person gave a fuck about that?
Yeah.
I mean, other than a healthcare worker and somebody who's obviously educated in that manner, but
I've washed my hands so much now. I wash, and not even like in a hypochondriac, but I just find myself, if I'm, like, touching my face or like picking my nose or something, I'm just like, next time I go to the bathroom, just, try to get it clean. Change my clothes every day. Feeling depressed? All right, but, you should probably change the clothes. It's shit that, like, who used to give a fuck? Go to the gym, lift sweaty weights, sit on machines, like, go sit in the sauna, like, open water bottle, head on out, fuck it, go to the grocery store. Is that gone forever? Or is it going to go forever? Or is it not going to go forever? Are people just going to start being like, yeah, you know what, fuck it, whatever. And it's just going to, because there's not going to be another pandemic. There's not going to be another pandemic for a while. I mean, just historically, even if swine flu was the last one, then we could predict there'll probably be another one in 2030. So there's going to be herd immunity. A lot more people are still going to die. There's going to be a spike in cases. But, 2022, 2023, like, new shit is going to be popping up. Just like in society, like the news cycle, like the attention span's like 30 hours tops, right? Another school shooting, car crash, new drug, political scandal, war, new shooting, car crash, political scandal, war. And then you look back at like a year and you're like, oh yeah, remember, such and such a thing? You're like, that seems like a lifetime ago. Even with Trump, it's like Russia, and then it's Ukraine, and then what is it? It's Stormy Daniels, and then it's but even if you just look back and just a news cycle, even if you just cycle back on Reddit for like a couple weeks, you can look back and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot it was yeah, and it's just like you look back and you're like, oh fuck, it really has been just. So, like, new stuff is going to pop up. It's not just that people aren't necessarily going to stop caring about COVID. New things are going to happen. Tom Brady traded, Kobe Bryant dies in a helicopter crash. New shit is going to happen. Biden's going to say something. Trump's going to say something, right? New scandal this, new scandal that. This person tweets this. And it's just going to, I don't know. I got a feeling that for better or worse, this is just going to be another thing in the past. It's just going to be like Alan Watts. The past trails off from the present. Like, God damn it, Durant.
Fuck, man.
Fuck. Gotta go wash my hands now, dude. You better not sneeze through my green asshole. But yeah, it's like Alan Watts said. He's like, the past trails off from the present like the wake from a ship. He's like, the past does. I love his idea on that. The past doesn't create the present. It's not like dominoes. The present creates the past. The present's just like a well from sprouting from nowhere is now. And when it trails off, you can look in the past like a wake from a ship. But it's like the wake didn't cause now. The tail didn't wag the dog. The dog wagged the tail. And it's, part of me thinks it's just, again, if you went back to November and you were like, all right, March Madness canceled, Olympics delayed, global pandemic, 100,000 Americans dead, you're no longer allowed to go outside. You would have been like, all right, dude, where are the lizard people, right? But now, I don't know, you kind of got to entertain what's going to come next. Like, you know?
Well, Cthulhu. I think Cthulhu's going to give us a visit.
Yeah. What if that happens? There's just like a rumble that you can hear up and down the coast. And it's like, what is that? And just like this distant, like just thing, very, over the course of like a day, you just start to notice this like black shape way off on the horizon. And it's just atmospheric hazing. It's just like, what is that? Is that a mirage? And then I don't even know what noise Cthulhu makes, but I imagine it's something like War of the Worlds, like that big kind of like deep like horn, almost kind of. And it's, and then I mean, what's gonna happen? There's gonna be memes about it, right?
And then the tentacles gonna come touch you, you know.
Yeah. How big is how big is and it's gonna be like surreal shit, like, you know, and there's gonna be like, you know, forward-looking infrared images from like F-16s that are flying over it, like you can see battleships just unleashing on it, right? Yeah.
Maybe Cthulhu's just delivering intergalactic pizza, man. I mean,
yeah, maybe. I honestly, man, if there's ever been a time for UFOs, like, we have been the last like 4 years, the deviation from the norm in terms of just like the Overton window of what we now accept to be possible. literally from like the Cubs winning the World Series to Trump
to quantum computing.
But there hasn't been like a big splash yet from that. I'm talking about like well fuck me, all right. Tom Brady being traded from the Patriots, coronavirus, you know, all this stuff sort of crashed what's going on, you know, World War III, we blew up General Salami in Afghanistan, like all this big stuff happening in January. Remember when we blew up that Iranian general?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember, that's what I'm talking about in terms of it's the big thing, and then out of the mind's eye, just like you're getting a fucking eyelash out of your eye. The mind's eye of society. World War III had all the dank memes, me and the boys in Iran, right? You don't even remember that. That was 4 months ago.
All the dank memes.
Yeah, but think about that. That was 4 months ago. A whole subreddit popped up. It's World War III memes, and that's not even irrelevant now. That's their fucking normie shit now. The cutting edge of memes, man. It's still coronavirus, right? It's it's me and the boy. Yeah, and it's right. So that's what I'm saying, dude. Something is coming because something has always been coming, and for the past 4 years, it's just been one weird thing after another. The Cubs won the World Series. The fucking Cubs, right? Trump won the fucking election. Blink-182 was number one on the charts for the first time since like 95. That soccer team, was Leicester? They won 5,001 odds. Now, you said quantum computing, okay. We blew up General Salami. Fucking coronavirus, wildfires, murder hornets. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it doesn't...
UFOs. You got
the Pentagon literally saying, okay, yeah, you know what? We don't know what that is. And it's like... But that didn't even make a splash. It was just like, yeah, whatever. That's nothing compared to the fact that we're no longer allowed to go outside. Like, so it almost seems like the universe has been like, teasing us, right? Been tickling the balls, been rubbing our panties for the last 4 years, and we're all hot and ready. If you used to try to just come in dry, like UFOs, baby, that's like trying to go in the back door with no lube. It's not happening, man. But now it's been 4 years. You're a little drunk. Maybe you did some coke or Molly. You're at the nightclub. You're dancing all night. Now you've got this girl that you never thought you had to sleep with, and she never thought she'd sleep with you. But now it's 3 a.m., and you guys are at an after party, and it's like, what's going on? What's happening? The mood is right. I think now is the time for the UFOs. We're ready. We're ready, right? My mom watches these. It's so fucking weird. My mom watches my podcast. Sorry, Mom. But I think now is the time.
Yeah.
We are, our culture is, we are hot and ready for more chaos. Have we become almost addicted to it? At first, we're used to it, because now it's like, well, after Trump won, it's like anything can happen now, right? But now it's like, it's almost like, are we going to start pining for it? What if shit goes back to normal? What if Biden wins? Then I'm not making a political statement. I'm just saying, what if he wins and it's just okay, back to normal presidents like Obama, Bush, Clinton, Ray, whatever. Sports kind of resume.
Well, what if you already know that they're not going to let him be a normal president if he does win? I mean, it's just gonna shift who's bitching.
Yeah,
go left to right.
Yeah. And now, you're right. It's true. It's gonna just like that. All of a sudden, all the problems that all of the hypocritical people on the right didn't care about are now gonna care, and all the hypocritical people on the left are now gonna switch. It's gonna be the same fucking horseshit that's just been going on for 250 years, and somehow time is just gonna keep marching on. And whether or not someone presses the button is really, honestly, it's probably a coin flip now. And it's like, are we going to be addicted to it? Are we sort of addicted to this chaos now?
Yeah, I think once it does kind of settle down, we're all gonna,
nostalgia.
Yeah, a little bit. We're gonna remember this time and think, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Do you remember that weird time? It was like summer 2015 when fucking Donald Trump announced he was running for president, up until the UFOs landed in August 2020. And then it all just kind of died down. That was a really weird time. I don't know. I mean, sex doesn't last forever. Maybe there's been a big foreplay, and then we're going to orgasm when fucking UFOs show up and Cthulhu battles the UFOs. And, yeah. That's what it'd have to be. And, or what if some weird shit like Trump booted Pence and took on Biden? Something no one could predict. Because honestly, that's what I'm expecting now. I am now expecting the unexpected. Right? Half-Life 3. Yeah. I don't know, man.
That shit's whack.
Yeah, there'd have to be another musician death. There hasn't been a big musician death since... I would never listen to him. Who was it? That guy died early. Juice WRLD? Yeah. I never listened to him, but I know he was a big name with the younger kids. I know he was a popular rock and roll artist. Right? But there hasn't been. It's been a couple months since we've lost celebrities. We're probably gonna knock one off soon. Who do you think's next? Yeah. Or do you think it's gonna be a surprise?
I think Iron Man's gonna die.
You think Tony Stark's gonna die?
Yeah.
I mean, Robert Downey Jr. Sorry.
Yeah, dude. It's probably gonna be something like cocaine overdose or something.
You know, relapse or something.
Yeah, and everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck, man?"
What the fuck? Yeah. Just when we thought it couldn't get any weirder.
No. Yeah, it's gonna be something like that.
But it couldn't be a predictable thing. It couldn't be someone who's kind of going off the rails, and it's probably only a matter of time. It's gonna have to be something like a Kobe, right? Yeah.
It's gonna be like the governor of Idaho got caught selling crack. Something.
Nah,
It's
even
gonna
that
be
I feel like
something.
is a little more par for the course. I could take it. I don't know, but a politician doing something whatever. No, there hasn't been a celebrity murdered like Tupac or Biggie. When was the last time that's happened?
Man, it has been a minute, hasn't it?
Since
a few of those.
actively iced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember any.
That have been killed? No.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean it's a very good thing. That's not like a funny like dank thing. That's not dank. That's very not dank. That is.
Yeah.
It's. I feel like it's gonna. Who's like a wholesome celebrity that would just be crushing?
Morgan Freeman,
yeah. Or someone like The Rock, who's just like really, be the hardest worker in the room. Be a good father, work hard, enjoy your suffering. Help others. Someone really like. Just like a good person. Yeah. Yeah, who's like another good person? Or could it be something depressing, like Robin Williams committing suicide?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. What if Bill Murray killed Kanye? Or what if Bill Murray killed Eminem?
That would be very out of the box, I think, and I think that would definitely fit the scheme of things that's going on.
That's the only thing that would really make sense in terms of the fact it makes no sense. I don't want to be like misconstrued for like calling for murder or something. I don't want to get my YouTube channel yanked. So that's for the record. It's very not dank if that happens. It'd have to.
Yeah, not dank.
It's not dank at all. 2 thumbs down. Not dank. Me and Duran, you heard it here. Not dank. No, it would have to be. Or what would be the next thing? Like, I don't know. We have World War III memes. We have. You cool with doing like another like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Would be like World War III memes, and then what? It was when was Notre Dame? When did Notre Dame? I mean, think about it, dude. Think about how crazy that is. Notre Dame caught on fire. That's not even. When was the last time you even thought about that?
That was in 2019, right?
Or was that 18? I don't know. That's what I'm saying, man. The shit comes. Look, do you have your phone with you? Look it up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Look
it up. Yeah. It's. I mean, think about how batshit insane that was. That's like is that like 600 years old or like 1400 years old?
Oh man, dude, that building has to be. Yeah, so caught on fire the 15th of April, 2019. Let me see if I can find. It's 850 years old.
Jesus fuck. So Notre Dame caught on fire, dude. And that's not. When was the last time you even thought about that? Gone.
Since it happened.
We didn't know. Just now, we didn't even know what year it was. Right? We didn't even fucking know what year it was. So.
It's true.
Yeah. It's going to have to be something. Yeah. I think it's going to have to be something with like AI. Like something creepy is going to happen. Not like the AI overlords come, but there's going to be like the first to like, those like Boston Dynamic robots that can like do flips now.
Yeah.
There's going to be something like that. Like a Boston Dynamic robot's going to like get out and it's going to like walk a couple miles from the plant. And it's going to do something innocent, right? It's going to try to like pull someone over that was speeding. And it's going to be like, what the fuck is this? But it's going to be like a very chilling moment where we're like, this robot just tried to like enforce the law on its own. It's going to be a weird thing, right? It's going to be, that's what I think. It's going to be something chilling.
Yeah, it's going to be weird.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Robots are going to get out, or maybe like a meteor strike. Not like an Armageddon one, but
I did watch some shooting stars the other night down here. It's very nice, very relaxing.
Yeah, until you realize just how fast they're going.
Yeah, they're going fucking quick.
And if you can see them, you're like, fuck, what if that was just a little lower? The fucking, I mean, momentum, mass times velocity. Or, we almost had a big one recently. Remember everyone thought Kim Jong-un was dead?
Yeah, I do remember. And then they said they saw him at some event.
I don't even know. Is he alive or is he dead? Like that. That's what
he's alive.
Okay, the fact that we don't even know. This was like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. That's just what I mean by when I say like the mind's eye of society. There are just images flashing by. Like, it's so chaotic that like, what is going to happen next?
I would think that you have a giant earthquake and the Himalayas fall apart. It would be something like that.
So yeah, some like apocalypse. No, not quite apocalypse, but yeah, pretty
grand on scale.
Yeah. Maybe not a lot of people die, but something like Mount Everest is just like halved. Like, when was the last time, like, oh, they're, you know? Or like, volcanoes aren't that weird. Yeah, it'd be like the Himalayas fall in half or something. Some weird shit. Like, yeah, I was thinking, I mean, just think about in the last month. Elon Musk has gone from, like, the hero of social media to, like, everyone seemingly hates him now. And he's...
What do you do now?
Because he doesn't like quarantine. He went on Rogan. He went on Joe Rogan. Did you see? He went on Rogan again. That was a good episode.
No, I didn't see that.
It's a good episode. But, like, yeah, he went on and was just basically like, I think this is kind of all bullshit. And I think everyone should go back to work. He's like, I think it's unconstitutional. And then he said, I'm going to go start working at one of my Tesla plants. And if they arrest anyone, I hope they arrest me. So,
oh, shit.
Yeah, so, like, that's what I mean, is, like, you have to look at the past and be like, anything is game. Like, what if Trump just quit?
That would be whack.
That would be insane.
Yeah, I mean, he seems very determined.
I didn't technically lose. I quit. That's what he would do. Maybe he has internal polling. And he's like, you know, and he's using like the intelligence agencies to like really get a good like thumb on the pulse of society. He's like, oh, I'm gonna lose. I quit. I didn't lose, and I'm not quitting because I was impeached. I'm just quitting. Okay, big difference. Yeah, it would be something like that. I hope Sleepy Joe does great. Yeah,
Sleepy Joe.
I hope he does great. Me and Melania were... Yeah, he just fries everyone's mind. And I don't know, Trump starts a TV show or something. Or Trump starts a podcast. Do you think Trump's going to go on Rogan?
You know, there's a possibility. You know, now that you got my head into politics, you know, I keep thinking about that Obamagate stuff going on. I think it was in like 2017. I heard some guy talk about it, and he was like, yeah, you know, this is just conspiracy theory right now. But if we have any evidence, you know, this is the deep state that everybody talks about. Well, now that they have evidence for it, you know, it's kind of like, yo, our political leaders said what now?
That is true, yeah. But I feel like people have been talking about this for years and nothing's happened, right? Because I know what Crossfire Hurricane is. I know what that operation was. And it's definitely sketchy. But, like, nothing's happened, you know? It's not like, lock her up. Like, I mean, no one's, like, I don't... Am I just going to be eating my words in a week? Are we going to be looking back at this episode and be like, those dipshits? Right?
I don't know, man. I would hope that they would see some justice, you know, because then... You know, if the people at the top are untouchable, then that means that everybody else has to pay the crime.
Hmm.
That was my big problem with the Obama administration was, well, the police state, that never we came with it. Not a fan of that.
Yeah, but think of how convinced everyone was that we were all going to end up in FEMA camps. Remember how convinced a lot of people were? Because they found, like, FEMA camps out in, like, the middle of nowhere. And they had, like, the barbed wire fences that were pointing inward so people can't get out, not get in. Y'all remember that? And what was the big military operation they thought it was going to be? Jade Helm?
Something like that.
Yeah. And it just didn't happen.
Yeah, it didn't happen. Yeah, when was that? Like,
Jade Helm? That was 2012, maybe? I don't know. Can you look it up? Jade Helm. But that was supposed to be a big thing where the military was going to conduct this big drill, just like a 9/11 drill, and then they were going to actually, like, take over. And it was like martial law is coming. They're going to suspend the election. We're all going to FEMA camps. And then it didn't happen. And then Trump won. And it's like, wait, what is really going on? So it's like, it always seems like we're right on the cusp of, like, government's taken over. But it's like, they kind of have been for like 80 years, but it's been like,
very so.
Like a military, a millimeter a year kind of thing, right? You can look back and be like, oh yeah, remember when those kinds of guns were banned? Or remember when you had to do this? Or remember when you had to do that? Remember when, like, the NSA wasn't allowed to? And now we all just accept that the NSA just dragnet surveys everything, and no one really gives a fuck. Snowden's stuck in Russia, and he's like, fuck, no one cared. And it's like, so, like, I do think that, like, something nefarious is happening, but I think it's been happening since, like, I don't know, maybe like the business plot of 1933. But, like, I think that whatever's been happening, it's the hallmark of it is patience, and it's boiling. It's the slow boiling of the frog. If you put a live frog in water, and if you put a live frog in boiling water, it's going to jump out. If you put a live frog in lukewarm water, and then you put it on, like, super, super low and bring the water to a boil, it eventually you'll be able to get the water boiling, and it'll probably be dead by then. So, like, I do think that's just the sort of trend of human nature. I don't think there's really a conspiracy. I think that's just human nature. From, like, pharaohs telling everyone they were gods and hurling human suffering until the pyramids were built. Like, I don't think it's a conspiracy. I think that's just what people do.
Yeah.
Look at the bailouts. Look at, like, Wall Street, what they can get away with. I do think it's happening. But I don't know. I think it'll probably take, like, another 100 years until whatever is realized. The 1984 hammer is brought down.
Yeah, I could agree with that. Jade Helm was 2015, by the way.
2000, so I was off by 3 years.
Yeah.
Remember? Do you remember the QAnon? Do you remember all those conspiracies? That was like 2016. That was kind of the whole, like, the deep state is going to get locked up. Nothing. Here we are 4 years later.
Well, with the new scandal details coming out, you're starting to picture of who is a part of the deep state and who isn't. So, I think it's kind of making up we're there a little bit, but
maybe.
I don't know, man.
Maybe. Loophole. What if, like, the second coming of Christ just comes down, and it's like, oh fuck.
Well,
oh shit. Oh shit. He's real. And there's, like, no denying it. It's not like UFOs where you can kind of be at the military. It's like, oh, that was like, it's like, no, it's this, like,
oh, that was the weather.
No, it's literally like this glowing being walking through the streets, and it's just like a tank can come near him, and he's literally just like Dr. Manhattan, just pushing it away. And he can like be in a million places at once, so they can't even suppress the information. It's like, I am the Lord, you know? And it's like, oh no. What if he's really chill though? What if he's like, this is the rapture, but no one's going to hell? What kind of God would I be if I sent my own creations to hell? He's like, everyone's going to heaven. The good people, the Hitlers, you're all coming to heaven. God's love is limitless. Fuck you with your human constraints on my power. I'm gonna go make some food and watch The Office, man.
Fuck.
Fucking A. Dude, I don't even know what to title this episode.
Random bullshit part 3. I don't know.
Random bullshit. Should we name it that? Random bullshit. Was there any like recurring word? Because I try to normally put like some sort of theme on it. I try to grab like the most talked about thing. Because I don't like making shit clickbait, so I like to just say like what was generally talked about. I don't really fucking know.
I don't know what to name this video. Just name it something like that, man. I don't know.
Just yeah, man, I don't. Yeah, what's next? You know, I don't know.
What's next?
Yeah,
that's a good one.
What's
next?
What's coming? Yeah, what? 2020 predictions, right? I don't know. What's coming in the next 6 months? No, you're not leaving until you help me come up with a title. I'm not letting you off the hook yet.
Cthulhu's Madness. I don't know.
No, we didn't talk about him enough. There really wasn't any. It's just bullshit.
Random bullshit.
Just bullshit.
Hey man, I'd click on that title.
Just fucking bullshit. Just some bullshit. I think, is that the title? Just some bullshit?
Just some bullshit. Yeah.
Or bullshitting. Bullshitting.
I mean, we did talk about what's next quite a bit. So, like, the bullshit coming next or...
What bullshit is next?
Yeah.
Okay, what bullshit is next? 2020 predictions. That's what bullshit is next. Duran, as always, a pleasure, my friend.
All right, man. Thanks for having me on.
Looking forward to part 4, and I'm gonna go watch some Office, and hopefully we can look back and see how wrong we were. Those stupid motherfuckers, they had no idea that LeBron was a Chinese informant. Right? They had no idea. Yeah. Or men, these guys had no idea about the moose attacks. What do you mean the moose attacks? The moose attacks. God, fucking rest in peace. You know? You know? Something like that. The moose attacks. When they arrived.
Rise of the Meese?
Yeah, Rise of the Moosin. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you guys don't know about the Great Lakes 7. What do you mean? The group? Oh, okay. Stay tuned. The Great Lakes 7. But it's gonna be some stupid shit like that. Just what bullshit's coming next? All right, Ryan. Much love, brother. Stay safe.
All right.
Godspeed.
You too, man.
Later, buddy.
Later.